Continue staying focused on your breath as the reverberations of this sound takes you to a point of peace and relaxation. Gently inhale and exhale. Telling yourself, I am peace, I am happy, and I am Aham Brahmasmi. Inhale and exhale. See yourself in that state of peace, wherein all the 5 elements are now reverberating and vibrating in your external and internal environment to be in a state of alignment, slowly, gradually, seeking its right place in your mind, body, and spirit. Continue staying focused on your breath. And a very warm welcome to all of you on this auspicious day of Mahashivratri. It is very important to understand what is important about this day. How does it affect us? As a spiritual scientist, I will be talking about the science of why this day is so auspicious. How does it hold good in our regular life? And what is it that it fuels within us so we are able to carry on our life peacefully, happily, and joyously for the next 12 months till we have the next Mahashivratri. It is a yearly way of telling that we need to be doing certain practices, and it's a reminder to all of us. Mahashivratri, as the name itself says, Maha, great, Shivratri, the night of Lord Shiva. The name itself is self-explanatory. Who is Lord Shiva? How does he connect to us? And we cannot see him, but we definitely know his existence. So today let us awaken the Shiva Tattva within us. He is very much embodied within us. It is just that we need to awaken it. And today is the day we go into that zone of understanding. What is that sleeping consciousness? Shiva is the consciousness. And he is sleeping today to make us understand that it is time to awaken. The time when Lord Shiva goes to sleep is not just sleep. He goes into a state of samadhi at this point of time. He is always in a state of deep consciousness. And this deep consciousness is shown symbolically through a snake which is depicted around his neck. The coiled snake around his neck tells us that we need to be constantly conscious and mindful of all that we do, at the thought, at the action, and also at the spirit level. So when we wonder what is spirit level, thoughts, actions, understood. What is the spirit? Spirit is the intentional beingness of ourselves on an everyday life. We may be having good thoughts. We may be doing good actions. What is our beingness? When we are doing those good actions, are we happy? How is our emotion? That is very important. So on this beautiful night, we will look at the 3 important principles of Lord Shiva, which we have to imbibe. Today is the day we have to imbibe and activate these 3 principles into our lives. First is the absolute purity, called as the pavitrata. Now, when we say pavitra, what is pavitra? It is nothing to do with the materialistic things which we say as pavitra or not pavitra. It is to do within us what is pavitra, what is not pavitra. Which are the karmas, which are those actions, which are those intentions which are apavitra, that has to be cleansed out. So that is the meaning of this absolute pavitra. Second is absolute knowledge, jnana. Now this jnana, when we say, is the flow of the higher wisdom. It is nothing to do with the intellect. There is a huge difference, intellect and wisdom. Wisdom guides the intellect. So today is the time we have to invoke that guidance of and that wisdom which will drive our intellect to do the right actions which will take us towards our absolute truth. And the third is the spiritual practice, which means the sadhana. When we talk about sadhana, it does not say that we have to be doing certain rituals or we have to be doing something which will please the God. No, it is to do something which is going to please our Atma. The huge difference which people often feel is doing the rituals and feeling that it has been a sadhana. Sadhana is about doing something that our beingness gets connected and the flow of the higher wisdom is smooth and flows unblocked. So when we are talking about the flow, the Ganga, which is on the Lord, in the jata of the Lord, is the meaning that allow it to flow. Let the jnana flow, let the knowledge flow. Again, it means be in a receptive mode always. This is symbolic of being in receptivity. The biggest problem with receptivity is the hindrance of ego. And when this ego comes in, receptivity stops. That's the reason the beautiful Ganga is there on Lord Shiva's head to allow the jnana to flow smoothly, to allow the wisdom to flow smoothly, and to allow the pure form of energy, that is ego-less thoughts, ego-less life to be released and to be allowing our lives to become totally in surrender. So how often have we thought that whenever there is something you want to do and things are not working out, we start taking the burden on ourselves. That I have to do something, I am not doing something right. Why not look at the point of meditation? Shivratri is the night of meditation. It says that when you meditate, you will be able to look at life on a different perspective, with the higher wisdom, with the pure intention, and with the right knowledge. And when we are able to do this particular aspect or this decision with all this beautiful bundle of choices which we have been empowered with, life becomes smooth. So Mahashivratri is the night to allow ourselves to see that we are able to meditate, in the right form with the intention to get the right wisdom to allow our intellect to help us to take the right decisions. So how beautifully Lord Shiva, he's been created in a form so humans can connect and understand each aspect of it. The Damro which we see is the sign of infinity. It is like the horizontal 8, infinite. That means there are infinite possibilities for us. When things don't work out, there is definitely something else which is working out, something better working out. So the Damro says infinite possibilities. The Trishul, which is having the 3 pointed upwards and 1 stem. The stem says that we are all connected to the universal energies. Each spike says that I am the ego, I am the knowledge, and I am the one which I should be. Now, how often do we know that what is that we should be? The biggest question. We look at something, we feel connected, we say, this is me. Tomorrow we see something else, we see something connected, we say, this is me. But what is the true me? The stem. The stem which is connecting all these 3 aspects is the true us. And this true us is the cosmic energies, which binds all of us irrespective of whichever geographical location we are. Maybe beyond the cosmos, which we really don't know. But yes, there is every probability that we are all connected in different forms, brought together with that one stem, and all those different intellects which we hold bifurcates us as different human beings. That's the reason we always say, Sarva lokara sukhina bhavatu, sarva jivara sukhina bhavatu. That means each and every element of life which is there on earth needs to be happy, has a right to be happy, just like we individually have a right to be happy. Now we often look at things that what is our perception of life? Is it a positive or a negative? We sometimes tell people, this person is very negative, this person is very positive, right? Lord Shiva is both, because he dwells within us. He is the positive, he is the light, he is the dark. He is the death, he is the life. He is a married person and he is also an ascetic. He is fire who lives in the Himalayas, which is the extreme cold. He is everywhere. And when he is everywhere, that means we can connect it to ourselves. We think positive, we think negative. We dwell in the night, we dwell in the day. So all these elements which we see in Lord Shiva is very much us. It is just given a form during the Rig Vedic times that it is Lord Shiva and this is how he looks. It was meant for us to see, and the science behind that was each and every aspect of Lord Shiva is within us, and we need to awaken and be with it on a conscious basis every day. So when we talk about Lord Shiva, there are various aspects to it. Understanding that the principles of Shiva are active within us when we are born. But somewhere when we start growing up, the conditioning of the environment, the Shiva Tattva gets sabotaged, gets subdued, gets suppressed, and we are not able to live fully. Shiva says, express your emotions. When you're angry, do the Tandav. And when you're happy, be in peace and happiness. When you seek bliss, go to the Himalayas. That means do your meditation anywhere you are. You need not go to the Himalayas. It only says that you need to be having all your emotions expressed. And science has proven that 93% of the diseases that human beings encounter is only because of emotions not being expressed or being semi-expressed. So how beautiful it is. Our gods, they tell us what we need to be doing, but somewhere we take them as gods, keep them in the temple, pray to them, and then we forget. So it's time for us to learn those lessons and lead a life so that we can connect and lead the God within us, be happy so we are happy, because each one of us is a Shiva. And on this Mahashivratri, let's awaken the God. So first meditation is going to be about introspection. Let's introspect our lives, how it has been, what have we made out of it, and let us let go, because no more carry forward now. So on this note, I would request all of you to be again very comfortably seated. Please don't go to sleep. I want all of you to be awake, and you can put on your videos so I can see that you're all awake. I don't want anybody lying down because this is all about conscious meditation. Okay, so would request all of you to gently close your eyes, take a deep breath in and relax your body. Keep your shoulders loose. You can swing them a little bit if you want to make them loose. Yeah, you can move your neck a little bit because this meditation may take some time, around 7 to 10 minutes. So just see that you are well stretched and comfortable. So gently inhale and exhale. Focus on your breath. As you relax, feel the weight of your body drop down. Your shoulders start drooping down. First, we will invoke the powerful Shiva Namaskartat mantra and then start with our release so that we are well supported by our own energies, awakened to help us release all those worries, pains, aches of the past, present, and some people dwelling in the future, even that as well. हिरण्यभावाय हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतये उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः. I trust in the divine essence, eternal nature, to form immortal, eternal Lord, the Lord Parvati and Uma. To all the wild animals, I submit myself to you. Om Ishana Sarva Vidyanam Ishva Sarva Bhutanam Brahmadipati Brahmanodipati Brahma Sivo me astu Sada Shivoham. Lord of knowledge, Lord of all that exists, Lord of Brahman, the Lord of supreme knowledge, the universal spirit, I am Shiva. I am the eternal Shiva. Om Tatta Purushaya Vidmahi Vakvishudhaya Dhimahi. Today I take this opportunity of the auspicious day of Mahashivratri to release all the conscious and subconscious level conditioning which has blocked my life from moving ahead, which has stopped me from leading the dream life, which has blocked me from opening up myself to receive the beautiful energies from the cosmos, to awaken the Shiva within me. See your heart feeling light as with every inhalation you receive the energies, and with every exhalation you are able to release the blocked energies. You can choose one very important aspect of your life which needs your attention right now as we now move to manifest, to awaken the Lord Shiva within us to help manifest one aspect of your life which needs attention, which is been disturbing you. I invoke upon the energies of the beautiful Mahashivratri as the Lord Shiva rests in peace. I today choose to be in a state of peace, to awaken my core, the core which holds the potential, the seed to help me lead the life of my dreams, to lead the life which I feel I have been born here for. Namaste astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You may now set your intention of what is it you want to manifest. Visualize it happening right now. And as it is manifesting, visualize yourself living it right now. And as you are living it, feel the emotion that you are feeling as you live it right now. Allow that emotion as you are feeling what you are living, the dream life. Allow it to radiate to your whole body. The whole of your body. Awakening itself. Awakening the Shiva Tattva, which is manifestation. Awakening that emotion of deep happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment. With a smile on your face, bring your hands together on your heart. Feel your heartbeat. How does it feel? Be aware of your existence. Be aware of the inner seed of manifestation in your very body, in your very soul, in your mind, and your spirit enjoying it as you thank the manifester, Lord Shiva, for showering these blessings. O Lord Shiva, let me be able to absorb the manifest energy in subtle and gross form emitting from you. Give me the ability to sustain the energy generated as I chant Om Namah Shivaya. Let this energy be utilized in the mission of establishment of righteousness as I step into the spiritual awakening and the spiritual practice. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Today, I open myself to receive the spiritual union of me, the speaker, and the God, Principal Shiva. And may this spiritual union reach its epitome of bliss and ultimate truth. The Jivatma and the Paramatma. Today, I awaken myself to the essence of Lord Shiva within me and allow the manifestation of the journey and the unison of the Jivatma, that is me, with the Paramatma which dwells within me. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 If it is very overwhelming, just move your hands on your heart. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. As I sit to chant this mantra, I awaken myself to the frequencies of Lord Shiva in my life, in all its form, at my mental, physical, emotional, and my spiritual forms, I invoke upon the frequencies of Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Om 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 Namah Shivaya. Keep your hands or place your hands on your thighs facing skywards. With your palms facing skywards, be in the receiving mode to get initiated. You may chant the Om along with me or chant the Om Namah Shivaya along with me. Or if you feel like, you can listen to my voice. Stay focused on your crown chakra. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. I choose to open my crown chakra to receive the energies of the wisdom. Om Namah Shivaya. I choose to open my third eye chakra to receive the wisdom and reach my intellect. Om Namah Shivaya. I open up my throat chakra to receive the flow of energy of the wisdom, intellect into my communication, into the way I speak to others and the way I speak to myself. May it be from a space of spirituality and the truth. Om Namah Shivaya. I now choose to open up my heart chakra and allow the universal love and truth to be bestowed upon my heart chakra, and may it radiate the frequency of love and happiness to me and to the surroundings and the world around me. Om Namah Shivaya. I choose to open up my solar plexus and allow the fire to burn, to cause happiness, to burn, to bring in light, to burn, to give in a sense of security to me and to the world around me. Om Namah Shivaya. I choose to open my sacral chakra, my identity in this physical form. Allow the wisdom and allow the free flow of energy to bloom around my whole body into every cell of my body. And I allow the Shiva Tattva to be awakened within my sacral chakra. Om Namah Shivaya. I now open my root chakra and allow the Shiva energies to be awakened in my root chakra, enabling it to be grounded, enabling it to understand the higher wisdom, knowledge, truth, love, energy, flow, and the existence, my physical existence, with the existence of impermanence. I am here today and I may not be today. With that awareness, may I feel secured, supported, guided, and lead a fearless life with the truth and the wisdom. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. With the initiation happening in each and every chakra of your body, feel the presence of the vibrations of good health at the physical, mental, and emotional levels flow into every cell of your body. With this awakened consciousness and the initiation of having understood the life within and beyond, today I choose to awaken the Shiva Tattva in every cell of my body, allowing me to lead the life which is fulfilling and happy. Om Namah Shivaya. Take a deep breath in and feeling the peace and the tranquility flow in your whole body. You may settle it in your heart chakra. Bring your hands together in front of your heart and you may slowly open your eyes. You may rub your palms and place them on any part of your body which you feel needs attention. Or you may just allow it to move in your whole body so that the vibrations are able to flow smoothly. Om Shanti.